Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now, and it's the 7th of May 2021. I was hoping to give you an update on what happened with all the elections that were going on here yesterday on the 6th of May, as I promised in yesterday's video. But what I didn't realise is that these local elections take a lot longer to count than the general elections do, so I don't think we're going to really know the full picture of what's happened until probably early next week, or maybe towards the end of the weekend. But one result that we have had through, I think there was a by-election electing a new MP in Hartlepool, and apparently the Conservatives up there won sort of with quite a big majority in a Labour safe seat as well. So it was previously held by Labour, fairly a safe seat, but taken by the Conservatives. So the prediction I came out with yesterday certainly come true there, where Labour would probably do badly in all these elections, but the Conservatives might be doing well or okay, which isn't the greatest sign, because it's almost like a thumbs up to, as I said yesterday, to more lockdowns, the V-Pass and everything else. So not particularly happy to see the Conservatives do well up there. It would have been so much better if it had been a smaller party or an independent who had done well there. But yeah, could well be the sign of what might be happening in these elections as well. Now, the London mayor election, I'm really hoping that the current guy, Sadiq Khan, isn't going to get in, because he's been such a despot over the whole lockdown period as well. But I did see that the polls, not that those mean that much really, because they're pretty unreliable, but they did indicate that he's probably going to get back in again, which, as far as I'm concerned, would be more bad news. Although I did see some reports that apparently the turnout for the London mayor elections wasn't that great, and apparently Labour are in a bit of a panic about that, because well, they must think that a poor turnout might lessen their chances, or Sadiq Khan's chances, of getting back in, and increase chances of some of the other people instead. So that might be a little glimmer of hope there, but we shall see. But yeah, as an electrician, and I'm a domestic electrician, so typically I'm in a couple of houses a day on average, doing all the little bits and pieces that I do. And of course you get talking to people, or you overhear them talking while you work to other people in the household. And just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've come across 2 people who have said, they're sorry that the lockdowns are ending. I told one lady a couple of weeks ago that I was driving along and this shopping place was really busy. That was just when the non-essential shops had reopened. And she said, I liked it when it was all quiet during the lockdown. And she was sort of basically seemed disappointed that things were getting busy again. And then just this week, as I was doing some lights for a lady, I overheard her saying to someone else in her house that she was talking to, that she liked the lockdown and was kind of sorry that it was ending. And these aren't your sort of rich people, these are just ordinary people in ordinary houses. There was that conception that people who are well off retirees and people with good jobs and able to do those jobs from home have liked the lockdown, because they're there in their comfortable houses with their big gardens and money coming in with no worries, and they've apparently enjoyed the lockdown. But no, these are sort of ordinary people in ordinary houses, and even they are sorry that the lockdowns are coming to an end. So I think, yeah, unfortunately, the general mood in this country tends to be that, you know, people like their lockdowns. They think the big V is the best thing since sliced bread. And not that I've come across these people yet, but my wife has. She was talking to a couple of people who both think that the V pass idea is a good idea as well. And, you know, it's unbelievable that anyone would think that that's a good idea. But yeah, there's these people in our circle and where we go who actually think it's a good idea. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, if I'm coming across these people on a reasonably regular basis, unfortunately that's going to be the general consensus up and down the country. And that's why I'm thinking that the Conservatives are going to do well in these elections, and that's going to give them the green light for more lockdowns, the V pass and all the other bad news. And until things change, there's a sea change in public sentiment, yeah, it's going to be difficult. So hope I'm wrong. I could still yet be proven wrong with these local elections. We'll just have to see what the results are when they come in over the next few days. But yeah, feeling a little bit negative, I'm afraid. So hope I haven't got you down too much on that. But always remember, while there's people like you and me around, there's still hope. We're going to keep on at it. I'm going to still keep putting these messages out, and hopefully in the long term at least, we can, you know, get rid of all this nonsense and, you know, get rid of any talk of the V pass and stop that from happening. So I'm certainly going to keep fighting that as much as I can. So just a few thoughts there for you for now. I'll leave it there, but I'll be back later. I think there's a couple of interesting videos I've been watching, so I'll report back on those later on today. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.